Before we start, I need to ask a very serious question, which is about money. If I offer you money, would you accept it? Of course you would, because you are a reasonable and smart person. Forex is offering a 75% deposit bonus for first-time depositors to boost your margin. Zero restrictions, meaning that you can withdraw all the profits that you made. The terms are very simple. Deposit the money and get 75% of the deposit as an extra margin. Guys, it's free money. I cannot emphasize enough that how many people did this offer actually help. To start 2025, boost your margin by using the deposit bonus. To claim your bonus, all you have to do is visit the link below the video and start 2025 with a bang. Gold yesterday went up another 300 pips. That's because the market is pricing in a whopping 96% probability that the Fed is going to cut interest rate in December next week on the 18th. But it doesn't make any sense because yesterday you can see that CPI has gone up another 0.1 percentage point from 2.6 to 2.7, even though the core CPI, which leaves out the two most volatile assets in the basket of goods and services, food and energy, hasn't changed at all, and it was in line with expectation. Now, many analysts are saying that the 2.7% was in line with expectation, which in fact it's true, but if you look at the last 2 months of data, October and November, inflation has gone up 0.2% in October and 0.1% yesterday. So altogether, it's a 0.3% increase in the last 2 months, meaning that prices of goods and services at the consumer price level are increasing. Common sense and economics means that inflation is rising. The expectation of another interest rate cut should decrease and not increase. But you can see that the market thinks completely otherwise. So as the saying goes, trend is your friend, and before this red trend line breaks, you should just continue buying. If price comes back to the daily pivot at 27.04, could be another opportunity to enter into a buy. Considering the bullish momentum and the market sentiment, I would not wait for this to happen. And traders with higher risk appetite may find opportunity to enter at the current price level, targeting the pivot resistance level. So the first take profit level should be around 27.25, the next one is 27.33, and so on. But then we're getting closer to the previous all-time high, which is a resistance level where most of the profit taking is actually happening. One of the reasons why gold is going up could be because the Chinese central bank started buying gold again after 6 months. And even though I don't agree with what the market is thinking that the Fed is going to cut interest rate next week, you have to go with the trend and you have to accept the probability that prices are going to continue a little bit higher. So entering at the current price level, moving the stop loss to 27.10, 27.12, depending on your risk appetite, go with the trend, and until this red trend line doesn't break, just continue buying. But make sure that you lock in profits. Because a big correction is coming. So when this trend line breaks and when the price goes below the daily pivot, we're going to see prices normalizing and returning below the 2700 price levels. When is it going to happen? Honestly, I don't know, and I think prices are way too high and market should drop. But the market sentiment is just so strong. And pulling up my MetaTrader, even though I said to go long on the market because the trend is your friend, somehow I do disagree with this, and I entered into a short position, and you can see the position right on the screen. This is my live MetaTrader, and I'm in a short position, and I'm going to continue to stay in the short position because my bias is a sell, despite what other market participants are thinking. And considering what happened yesterday globally with the liquidity providers when spreads were 50 to 100 pips, I think something is happening on the gold market right now. So the market sentiment is strong, prices are going up, but it goes against common sense and logic because the market is pricing in something which hasn't happened yet. And also, if you look at the news, every single article is talking about that the market is pricing in the rate cut in December, but preparing for less rate cuts and higher for longer rates in 2025, which makes absolutely no sense. So you have two options. If you go with the market trend and the market sentiment, it's a strong buy. And if I listen to my bias and my heart and everything I've learned in the past 12 years working for some of the biggest hedge fund in the world and some of the biggest retail banks in Eastern Europe, I think the gold market should come down and prices should normalize, go below 2700. So just to recap, if you look at the trend, clearly a buy, but if I look at my heart and my position, it's a sell. So it's up to you to decide which side of the market are you standing. Right now, It's difficult to determine that where market prices are heading at the precious metal market. So help me to understand what's happening on the gold market right now, because it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm waiting for your comments and ideas to understand why market is going up when inflation is increasing and the outlook for 2025 is also inflationary when Trump comes into office. And most likely all the wars in the world are going to stop, apparently because Trump is some kind of a messiah, and everyone is expecting Trump to stop all the wars happening in the world in 2025. So let me know your thoughts why gold prices are going up when inflation is increasing and the wars are still ongoing in the world. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and also share your ideas and thoughts, because maybe I'm clearly missing something. This is the Alpha FX.
Unit 2, move into position. Units 3 and 4, maintain coverage of Sector 7. Unit 5, set up a perimeter with Unit 6. Copy that. Hold your fire until I give the signal. Keep an eye on Sectors 5 and 6.